Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ross Lyon Football Club team preview. Sorry, St Kilda team preview. So Saints, they missed finals last year. They've brought in quite a few players, and quite a few of them will be Supercoach relevant. So we're going to go through those. But before we do that, you know what to do. Join the leagues that you see on the screen, yeah, and in the description. All right, let's have a look at the fixture. All right, so St Kilda, they actually play opening round, against Collingwood. So they have an early bye, round 4, but they only share that bye with GWS. So hey, that might make things a little bit easier because we're going to have quite a few St Kilda players. All right, so a few easy matchups in there, in the middle there, a bit spread out, and then they've got the round 16 bye, the last of the mid-season byes. All right, so and they got Essendon around 17. Yeah, North Melbourne on the run home, and hey, they got Richmond in your league Premier finals. Oh, sorry, Premier finals, preliminary finals. All right, so that's the fixture. Let's have a look at some players now. All right, so a few players to go through here. I don't think a couple of them will be relevant. You've got Nasiah Wanganeen Malira at 622.3k, a 115 average from last year, 23 games. So he was the star player of the second half of the season. Couldn't believe, he didn't get the 3 votes against Melbourne when he won the game off his own boot. Oh God, I just remember Max Gorn's reaction. Like, that was my reaction too. But absolute gun, and one that we should definitely highly consider. All right, yeah, definitely highly consider him. He was in my starting side. He's in my side at the moment, but another guy I'm considering. Oh, also, he should, if he plays midfield, which he should, he'll get midfield status as well. So we get DPP. All right, another guy. Now, of the two, can we pick the both of them or just one of them? Not sure, but we're gonna want Jack Sinclair in our sides at some stage. He's slightly cheaper at 606.6k, 112.1 average from all 23 games. Yeah, he's with Wangan and Millera going into the midfield. Well, that leaves more kickouts and more distributing out of the backline for Jack Sinclair. All right, so here's another one to highly consider. All right, I've played around with him in my side as well, but we'll see if we're going to pick him. All right, very well may. Jack Silvani, who's 416.3k, 76.9 from 13 games last year, comes across from Carlton. Don't even know why I put him in here. It's just a pass. Toby Travaglia, who's also got midfield status, 234.2k, 43.3 average from 11 games. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. It's going to be a pass also. Anus Hasty, 194.2k. I think he was the one that got subbed off at halftime when he wasn't doing that badly, during the game. But Rossline subbed him out, and that annoyed me because I was an owner of Hasty last year. I think Rossline was a bit hasty in taking him off in that game. Anyway, he averaged 39.5.9 from 9 games. It's also going to be a pass. All right, and finally, Liam O'Connell, 173.9k. Yeah, he didn't get injured or anything last. Oh, he did get injured, but it's not discounted. That's just what he averaged. 35.7. Yeah, 173.9k. He was actually more useful for me in my side. I was an owner last year as well. When he didn't play because I was loopholing. Between who was it? Was it Trainer and Zach Reed? And that worked out quite well. All right, but for this year, it's definitely going to be a pass. All right, so that's it for the defenders. If there's anyone else that I've missed, or let me know. On to the midfielders now. We've got Jack McRae at 546k, average of 100.9 from 21 games. He did have that lung issue in the middle of the season. He was available as a forward last year. He was an absolute gift for us, along with Bailey Smith. But at 546k, midfield only, I think there's going to be better options. All right, so it's going to be a pass. Windhager, 444.2k, 82.1 average from all 23 games. Yeah, he was being used as a tagger, but when he's not used as a tagger, he can score quite well. But yeah, I don't trust Ross to not use a tagger, so it's going to be a pass. Hunter Clark, 328.9k, 60.8, 13 games. No, this guy, he just seems to be, can't seem to get on the park, put together a full season. Yeah, not going to pick him, so it's going to be a pass. Hugh Boxall, I pretty much just put him in here just because I had him last year as well. 315.3k, average of 58.3. Yeah, there's no sub rule this year, so could that improve? Probably not. But yeah, 11 games. It's also going to be a pass. Oh my goodness, I'm passing on so many St Kilda players. Why did I put him in here in the first place? I'm not sure. Anyway, Paddy Dow, who's come across from Carlton, not last year, the year before. 164.2k, didn't play at all last year. He's had his injury issues. Yeah, does he get into that starting lineup? Yeah, not quite sure. One we can watch, but I think there are probably better rookies out there. All right, pass. Now Jack Carroll, 119.9k, 25 average from 3 games. Yeah, I'm not. He's actually been in my side as a sort of placeholder, cheap rookie. Yeah, and after seeing him in the practice game, he didn't really do too much. So I'll give him another chance. I'll watch him in the second preseason game, or even round 0, or if he's even picked at all. All right, so yeah, we'll watch out for that. All right, on to the rucks now. Now, Rowan Marshall requested a trade out of St Kilda to Geelong. Didn't get it, obviously, because he's on this list. Yeah, I like Rowan Marshall because I've got him in my draft keeper league. All right, but Supercoach Classic, not quite sure. Max King's out at the start of the year, so Rowan Marshall could play more forward, which could mean that Rowan Marshall after round 6 gets DPP, a ruck forward, which will be quite handy. All right, but are we going to start him? Don't think so. Yeah, I think Marshall is going to be a pass for the start. But yeah, see if he gets ruck forward status after round 6. And if for whatever reason Tom de Koning gets injured or something like that, hey, he becomes an option. All right, so yeah, pass on Royal Marshall to start off with. TDK now on a huge contract comes across from Carlton. Yeah, I actually started him last year. Got off to a good start, but he had that larynx injury, and then I think he looked to me. He looked checked out at Carlton. He knew he was going. I think it was the worst kept secret of last year. All right, but he's 524.2k, 96.9, 22 games. Yeah, when I think of athletic ruckman, yeah, TDK pretty much is one of the first guys that I think of. Um, if we didn't have Rowan Marshall in the side, yeah, I'd very highly consider. But I think I'm not going to completely rule him out. I think I'm just going to consider. All right. I'm still not quite sure what I'm going to do with the rucks. But we get to see round 0, how he functions in the team with Rowan Marshall. So, if he does well, one we could probably consider. All right, and I don't think he'll make too much money, but don't think he'll lose much either. All right, on to the forwards now. All right, quite a few names here. Wow, I didn't realize I put in so many St Kilda players. All right, first off, we've got Max Hall, 106.3k, 75.1, 23 games, played all 23. He was a great rookie for us last year. And yeah, he absolutely, did a great job in the practice game against Gold Coast. He's one that I am actually watching very closely. All right, so he's going to one to consider. I just think he's going to get better. All right, Sam Flanders. The only problem is we're going to have another couple of Saints forwards, so don't think for that reason we might not be able to fit Max Hall in. Sam Flanders, available as a forward this year, whereas defender mid last year. He's come across from the Gold Coast. He's going to play more midfield time at 396.6k. He only averaged 73.3, but he was playing that forward role. He's going to be playing midfield. I'm very happy that he's available as a forward at a new club because I have him in one of my keeper leagues. So yeah, very happy with that. I just think he's a lock. You got to have him. I think I saw him. I haven't got the current stats, but I think he was like 66% owned or something. So if you are one of the 34% that don't own him, just stop this video right now, go to your Supercoach team, and put him in there. So yeah, do that. All right. Dan Butler, I've just put in his cheap 181.8k, 37 average, 0.3 from 6 games. So yeah, there's a reason why he's cheap. So he's not going to score much. So I think that's an easy pass. Philippou, now he's had his injury issues over the last couple of years. There was, and he only played the 7 games last year. Very injury affected. Only scored 34.6 as an average, but he can do better than that. I think everyone's going to have him. I think he's a lock. All right. Lance Collard, just put him here because he's cheap. 167.3k, 30.9 from 12 games. Quite a few of those were sub-affected, I believe. But, would you prefer Philippou or Collard? Well, no. It's going to be a pass. All right. Again, Liam Henry, 160.7k. I didn't realize he averaged so low last year. 33 average from the 6 games. It's going to be a pass. All right. Max King, 150k. So he didn't play at all last year. He's had knee issues as well. All right. So, yeah. And he's going to miss the start of the year. So, I don't know. Could he be like a downgrade option maybe? All right. We'll wait and see. But, yeah, Max King is also going to be a pass. Doesn't seem to be able to get on the park. All right. So, that's it from the St Kilda side. Let me know what you think. And thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.